Hello and welcome to the print. As Kerala is headed for a crucial assembly poll, today we are looking at Pinarayi Vijayan, Kerala Chief Minister, who is also heading the CPIM's election battle for a consecutive third time. In 2016, soon after becoming the Chief Minister of Kerala, Pinarayi Vijayan sat down for an unusual conversation with that actor filmmaker Srinivasan. Srinivasan began by saying if he is not interested in party politics but wanted to talk about Vijayan's personal life, something the CPIM leader had traditionally avoided discussing in public. Vijayan responded with a smile, saying it wasn't exactly a secret. The moment stood out because Vijayan, usually seen as stern and reserved, appeared more relaxed and open. He spoke about aspects of his life he had rarely discussed before. Since then, he has continued this format of conversation with prominent Malayalam personalities, most recently with superstar Mohanlal. For critics, however, Vijayan represents something very different. Some have dubbed him Mundu Modi, comparing his authoritative administrative style to that of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But for the Communist Party India and its supporters, he is simply the captain, a leader credited with pushing through development projects that many once believed were impossible in Kerala. At 80, Vijayan is both India's oldest chief minister and the most powerful leader in the CPIM. He also achieved something rare in Kerala politics, leading the Left Democratic Front in two consecutive assembly election victories with an even large mandate in the second term. He is once again leading the party into another high stakes election. For the left, which has lost power in traditional strongholds like West Bengal and Tripura, the Kerala election is widely viewed as a battle for survival. At the same time, Vijayan faces criticism from the opposition and even some within political circles. Critics argue that under his leadership, the party has sometimes moved away from orthodox communist ideology and adopted a more pragmatic, even strategic political approach. Interestingly, Vijayan's own journey mirrors the transformation of the CPIM in Kerala. The party once prided itself on collective leadership. Over time, however, it evolved into an organization comfortable with strong leader-centered politics and an expansive network of cooperative institutions. Journalist and author Ullegh Hempi, who has written extensively about Kerala politics, describes Vijayan as perhaps the most powerful chief minister the state has ever had. According to him, Vijayan managed something unusual in communist politics, controlling both the government and party simultaneously. He notes that Vijayan began as a rigid Marxist cadre but gradually evolved into a pragmatic administrator willing to adapt ideology to realities of governance. Those who know Vijayan personally say his story cannot be understood without looking at his background, particularly his roots in Kannur, a district long associated with intense political rivalry and violence. A close acquaintance says Vijayan's personality reflects both that political culture and his own journey from a modest socio-economic background in North Malabar. Born in 1945 in the town of Pinarayi in Kannur district, Vijayan was the youngest child in a larger family. His early life was marked by hardship. After finishing primary school, he briefly worked as a beedi roller and later as a handloom weaver before returning to studies. He eventually joined Government Brennan College in Talasheri, where he studied economics and became active in student politics. Kannur itself had a unique political history. The Malabar region, once part of the Madras Presidency under British rule, lagged behind the princely states of Travancore and Cochin in social development. Deep inequalities and a feudal land system fueled strong peasant and labor movements, conditions that helped the communist movement take root. Vijayan joined the communist movement through students' organization and gradually rose through the party ranks. His political career gained wider attention in 1977 when he delivered a powerful speech in the Kerala Assembly recounting custodial torture he had suffered during the emergency. The speech, delivered while confronting the then Congress leadership, established him as a fierce political voice. Over the years, Vijayan built his organizational strength within the party. In 1986, he became the CPIM's Kannur District Secretary, a position that significantly boosted his influence. He later entered ministerial politics and served as Kerala's Electricity and Corporation Minister in the late 1990s under Chief Minister E.K. Nayanar. Supporters credit him with strengthening the cooperative sector and improving electricity access in the Malabar region. But his tenure also had marked by controversy over the SNC Lavalin hydroelectric project deal, in which he was later discharged due to lack of evidence. In 1998, Vijayan became the CPM's Kerala State Secretary, a position he would hold for an unprecedented 18 years. During this period, the party underwent significant organizational changes. Media outlets like Kairali TV were launched, and the party's newspaper, Deshabhimani, was expanded and modernized. Political analyst KP Sedunath says these moves help the party adapt to a globalized era and build a network of institutional and economic structures around it. But the period was also marked by a long running rivalry between Vijayan and another towering communist leader, V.S. Achudanandan. The factional battle between the two leaders dominated Kerala politics for more than a decade and frequently played out in public. Yet, analysts say the rivalry was less about ideology and more about power within the party. Vijayan eventually consolidated his positions in the organization. His return to electoral politics came in 2016 when he led the LDF campaign against the Congress led UDF government. The campaign slogan promised that if the LDF returned to power, everything would be set right. The message resonated with voters, and the LDF won 91 seats in the 140 member assembly. His first term focused heavily on welfare and social initiative, including the Life Mission housing scheme, the Ardhram mission to improve public health care, and the Haritha Keralam environmental program. The government also pushed digital infrastructure projects such as the K-phone, but Vijayan's leadership style became most visible during the crisis. Kerala faced a series of major challenges: the devastating floods of 2018, the Nipah virus outbreak, and later the COVID 19 pandemic. During the pandemic, Vijayan became a familiar face on television screens across the state. His daily evening briefings explaining case numbers, government measures, and policy decisions were widely watched. It was during this period that image of Vijayan as the captain took hold. In 2021, the LDF achieved a historic re-election, something no ruling front had managed in Kerala for decades. Yet the second term has also seen its share of controversies. Among them is the CMRL Exalogy case involving alleged payments to a company owned by Vijayan's daughter. The Chief Minister had denied any wrongdoing and the case remains before the courts. His second cabinet also attracted attention for bringing in an entirely new set of ministers, replacing all previous one except Vijayan himself. The move included induction of his son-in-law P.M. Muhammad Riaz as a minister. Meanwhile, the government has focused large infrastructure projects from the Kochi water metro to digital governance system, while also attempting ambitious plans like KRL semi-high-speed rail corridor. Critics argue that the party's push for private investment and engagement with central government policies reflects a departure from traditional Marxist principles. But those close to Vijayan say it reflects practical governance in a federal system where Kerala must work with the center to secure resources. As the CPIM prepares for another assembly election, the questions are also emerging about party's future beyond Vijayan. Some observers say his leadership has been both the party's greatest strength and its biggest challenge, concentrating power in a way that leaves uncertainty about what comes next. For Vijayan himself, however, the identity that matters most is simpler. In his recent conversation with Mohanlal, he described himself first and foremost as a party man, someone who believes deeply in following the party's collective positions. He suggested that his greatest concern has always been the possibility of deviating from that line, and perhaps that belief, discipline to the party above all, continues to define the man many in Kerala politics in simply called the captain.